What's up, legends? Welcome back to Business Legends. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into one of the most insane corporate transformations in history. Picture this. Two brothers running a small burger stand in California somehow created a business model that would literally change how the entire world eats. But here's the wild part. They're not the ones who built the empire. That honor goes to a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman who saw something the original founders couldn't even imagine. This is the story of how McDonald's went from a single restaurant to a $220 billion behemoth, and trust me, the journey is way crazier than you think. So get this. It all started in 1940 when Dick and Mac McDonald decided to ditch the cold winters of New England for sunny California. They tried their hand at the movie business first, which completely flopped. But then they opened a drive-in restaurant, and that's when things got interesting. By 1948, they were doing okay. But the brothers were frustrated. Too many menu items, too much chaos, too slow. So they did something absolutely radical for the time. They shut down their successful restaurant for 3 months. Their employees thought they'd lost their minds. When they reopened, they'd created something revolutionary called the Speedee Service System. They fired all 20-car hop, threw out the silverware and plates for paper wrappings, and cut their menu down to just 9 items. Hamburgers for 15 cents. That's it. Simple, fast, cheap. The Speedee Service System was basically the assembly line of food. Every burger got exactly 2 pickles, onions, and a precise shot of ketchup and mustard. From grill to counter in 30 seconds flat. This had never been done before in the restaurant industry. People were skeptical at first. Where were the waitresses? Why couldn't they eat inside? But once customers tried it, they were hooked. The McDonald brothers were making money hand over fist, and they started franchising. By 1954, they had sold about 20 franchises and had 8 restaurants running. They thought they'd made it. Little did they know, their biggest chapter was about to begin when a traveling salesman walked through their doors. Enter Ray Kroc. This guy was 52 years old, had been selling paper cups and milkshake machines his whole life, and was basically going nowhere fast. In 1954, he got curious about this small restaurant in San Bernardino that had ordered 8 of his multi-mixer machines. 8. Most places ordered 1, maybe 2. So Kroc drives out to California to see what's going on, and what he saw blew his mind. The parking lot was packed. The lines were long but moving fast. The place was printing money. Kroc stood there watching this operation, and had an epiphany. He literally said his future would be in hamburgers. The brothers told him they were looking for a franchising agent, and Kroc jumped on it immediately. But here's where it gets wild. Kroc wasn't content with just being a franchising agent. On April 15, 1955, he opened his own McDonald's in Des Plaines, Illinois, and he had way bigger plans than the McDonald brothers ever imagined. While the brothers were happy with their modest franchise operation, Kroc was thinking nationwide domination. He created McDonald's Corporation and started selling franchises like crazy. But unlike other franchise operations at the time, Kroc was obsessive about standardization. Every McDonald's had to be exactly the same. Same food, same service, same experience. He even created Hamburger University in 1961 to train franchisees. The guy was building an empire, not just a restaurant chain. Plot twist. The relationship between Kroc and the McDonald brothers started getting tense. Really tense. The brothers thought Kroc was moving too fast, changing too much. Kroc thought the brothers were holding him back from greatness. By 1961, Kroc was fed up. He needed full control to take the company public and achieve his vision. So he went to the brothers with an ultimatum: name your price to walk away. They asked for $2.7 million, which is about $30 million in today's money. Here's the kicker. Kroc didn't have anywhere close to that kind of cash. But he was so determined that he scrambled to secure loans and made it happen. The brothers were out, and Ray Kroc now owned McDonald's completely. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about what happened next. Some people claim there was a handshake deal for the brothers to keep getting royalties. Others say Kroc opened a McDonald's right across the street from the brothers' original restaurant to put them out of business. The truth? It's complicated. The brothers did give their original restaurant to their employees, and yes, a McDonald's did open nearby. But the original restaurant actually operated for several more years. What we know for sure is that Ray Kroc was now in complete control, and he was about to take McDonald's to heights nobody could have imagined. By 1965, just 4 years after buying out the brothers, McDonald's went public. The golden age had officially begun. Under Kroc's leadership, McDonald's exploded. The introduction of iconic menu items started rolling out. The Filet-O-Fish in 1962, the Big Mac in 1967, the Quarter Pounder in 1971. But Kroc's real genius wasn't in the food, it was in real estate. His business partner, Harry Sonneborn, convinced him that McDonald's shouldn't just be in the burger business. They should be in the real estate business. The company would buy the land, build the restaurant, and lease it back to franchisees. This gave McDonald's incredible control and a steady income stream. By the time Kroc died in 1984, there were over 7,500 McDonald's worldwide. The paper cup salesman had built one of the most recognizable brands on the planet. But check this out, success creates its own problems. By the 1990s and early 2000s, McDonald's was facing a different kind of challenge. The very thing that made them successful, fast, cheap, convenient food, was now under attack. Obesity rates were skyrocketing, and fingers were pointing at fast food. Then in 2004, a documentary called Super Size Me hit theaters. Filmmaker Morgan Spurlock ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days and documented the horrific health effects. His liver started failing, he gained 25 pounds, his cholesterol went through the roof. The film was a massive hit and a PR nightmare for McDonald's. Just 6 weeks after the movie premiered, McDonald's eliminated the supersize option. They claimed it had nothing to do with the film, but come on, the timing says everything. The E. coli crisis of 2024 showed that even after 80 years, McDonald's was still vulnerable. In October, an outbreak linked to slivered onions on Quarter Pounders sickened 104 people across 14 states and caused 1 death. The company's stock dropped 7% immediately. Sales plummeted, especially in Colorado where foot traffic dropped over 30%. McDonald's had to pull Quarter Pounders from restaurants across multiple states and spent $100 million on marketing to win back customer trust. The outbreak was eventually contained, but it was a stark reminder that when you're feeding millions of people every day, one contaminated ingredient can cause a massive crisis. The company projected it wouldn't fully recover until the second quarter of 2025. Here's what's insane though. Despite every crisis, every documentary, every health scare, McDonald's keeps growing. Today, they're worth $220 billion with nearly 42,000 locations worldwide. Their stock has increased over 1,000% since Super Size Me came out. How is that even possible? Because McDonald's learned to adapt. They added salads, apple slices, and healthier options. They modernized with digital ordering and delivery. They launched McCafe to compete with Starbucks. When the world changed, McDonald's changed with it. But they never forgot the core principle that the McDonald brothers discovered back in 1948. Make it fast, make it consistent, and make it affordable. What really gets me about this story is how it shows the power of vision and execution. The McDonald brothers had the innovation with the Speedee Service System, but they were content to stay small. Ray Kroc had the vision to see what it could become and the relentless drive to make it happen. Was he ruthless? Absolutely. Did he step on some toes? You bet. But he also created a company that employs millions of people worldwide and fundamentally changed how we think about food and restaurants. Love it or hate it, you can't deny the impact. From a single burger stand to the most recognized restaurant brand on earth, that's the McDonald's story. The lessons here are clear. First, innovation alone isn't enough. You need someone with the vision to scale it. Second, standardization and consistency can build an empire, but you have to be willing to evolve when the world changes. Third, no company is too big to face crisis, but the great ones find ways to bounce back stronger. And finally, sometimes the person who creates something isn't the one destined to build it into something massive. The McDonald brothers created a great restaurant. Ray Kroc created a global phenomenon. Both were necessary for the story we know today. That's what makes business legends. Not just having a good idea, but having the audacity to turn that idea into something that changes the world. So what do you think? Was Ray Kroc a visionary who unlocked McDonald's true potential, or did he steal the company from its rightful founders? Is McDonald's a symbol of American innovation, or everything wrong with our food system? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Golden Arches, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got more incredible business stories coming your way. Until next time, keep building your legend. Peace.